You have one viewer.
One?
Two viewers.
Two
viewers. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Don't stop now.
3 viewers. Holy
Just get
fuck.
started.
Jesus Christ. We got this the most we've ever had at one time. Let's not fuck it up, Sanchez. Let's not fuck it up this time. Okay.
I'll look dead in the camera and say, okay.
How's everybody out there doing in live video podcast land?
Oh.
Leave us a comment. Tell us where you're from, what you're doing, who you're doing, what's going on, what you're drinking. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Black Velvet
Will
on ice. That's kind of how I feel about Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Oh, we just back down to see after they heard you say Jack Daniels. It's like my taste of Black Velvet. They all left.
Yeah, well, it's got to be. That's what it's got to be, right?
Well,
maybe they'll be back. Maybe they went to get their friends.
the wife is drinking Stella Rosa Blueberry.
Nice. A girly girl drinking girly wine.
Yeah, well, that's what she is.
Yep.
A wino.
So how's your week been?
It's there. It's not over yet.
I know.
It's yeah, it's not getting nice out. Got a coyote this weekend. I took the fucking wife out coyote hunting, and she blew it. Which, it's first coyote you ever shoot, man. You get those jitters. The first coyote jitters. Your fucking heart starts racing. You breathe hard. You forget what you're doing.
Yep.
And you fuck up.
And it was like the classic mistake too. So it wasn't like a out of the ordinary mistake. It was.
I pulled a mistake where I fucking had 3 come in, and I forgot to load the gun.
That's even worse than forgetting about the safety.
And then once I had it loaded, I had a 4th one fucking charging me. So I barked and I made him stop. And I took a breath and let it out, and I fogged up my scope.
Oh, man.
I wanted to throw the fucking gun at those sons of bitches. I'm like, holy fuck, man. I could have had at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So even the best of us make mistakes.
But it's, I don't know about any other animal really, but this is an animal that when you hunt, they fucking charge you. They come running at you. I mean, any other animal you hunt is trying to get away from you.
Well, they're not coming at you. They're coming at
call.
what they think, that they're going to get to eat.
But still, it's a rush when you actually get them to come in. It's like, holy fuck, what do I do now? Well, you pull the fucking trigger.
Shoot them, yeah.
But yeah, we missed him a few times. So I let her have the first shot because she's never shot a coyote. So I let her have the first shot. So then we went around to another spot and we sat right beside a den. A fucking dick move on our part because, fuck, it's a den. And once they smell that we were there, they ain't going to go back to that den. But we played some fucking pup sounds and we had 2 sitting up on a ridge. And they just sat there, laid down. I'm like, well, fuck, man. And after about fucking 7-8 minutes, here they come charging down the hill. And I don't think it was their den because they got really hesitant about 300 yards out. I mean, the male that I shot stopped at about 340, 350 and started to turn around, and I said, fuck, I'm taking him. So I fucking shot his ass.
At over 300 yards?
Yeah.
That's a good shot. Which were you shooting?
243.
243.
And I got him right in the fucking lungs. I mean, it was no suffering. It was a straight shot. And we got Blake from Fargo's listening in. Thanks for tuning in. I got a story. We're going to talk about you in a second. And we got Candy. Welcome back. Welcome the fuck back. And Carrie's saying when they run at you, it gets the heart going.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but that's just your first one. Next time they run at you, you're going to know exactly what the fuck to do. But fucking nice clean shot, dropped him right in his tracks, and then the female he was with fucking said, fuck this, and took off. But she was at about 480 yards.
So she stayed out.
Yeah, she stayed out there. And Carrie could have gotten her, but I had no idea what her gun, what the adjustments would have been.
Right.
I mean, it would have been a blind shot, so. Candy says, hey. How you doing, Candy? Welcome back.
It's nice to have everybody here.
Yeah, but We're going to try to go out again Sunday because the wind is only supposed to be 4 miles an hour out of the north.
I'm going fishing Sunday.
You can go fishing.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, you can have somebody watch kids.
Take them with. We use them as bait.
Yeah. Tie them to a rock.
The way that little one screams, they'll come running fucking in.
Yeah.
Candy's asking, how's the weather?
Not bad. Rain today.
Yeah, good rain. Good rain. And Carrie says, missed you, Candy. Oh, they got a little private chat going on. Where you going fishing at?
Chida. Let's see if I can get
It's not open yet.
buffalo fish.
Chida's not open.
The river is.
Oh, the river.
Yeah. The spillway. Yeah, usually in the springtime I can nail them buffalo fish pretty good.
Man on a buffalo. So what the hell? Oh, I'm talking to my buddy Blake tonight. He went to a fucking... Can you imagine this? It's called Whiskey Fest.
Whiskey Fest. Where do we sign up, man?
I told him that sounds like a good fucking time.
It's in Fargo?
I'm guessing so. All the good shit's going on.
Yeah.
Where we're not.
Where we're not, yeah.
They got... Oh, there's... Who the fuck's coming to Blue Stem? Willie Nelson, I think, is coming.
Oh, that Outlaw show?
Oh, I don't know.
That Outlaw Festival tour?
And who the fuck else? Blake. Let me know if you're still watching. Who the fuck else is coming? Candy says, missed you guys too. Love your hair, by the way. I don't have any hair. Everybody in the family got a fucking haircut except me today, which makes me feel a little...
Tisley wanted to know when you were going to get your haircut. I said, it's probably going to be a while.
Carrie says, thank you. Not you, shithead. She's... Okay. Well, I kind of do need to trim up the sides and the back. That's all I got left.
The rim.
The rim. Give myself a rim job.
Yeah.
So what have we got on the docket tonight?
Well, we got a Florida.
Dude, I think I heard I was listening to a podcast called Felonious Florida.
Yeah.
It's about all this shit. Well, some of the shit that can't be all the shit because that'd be a long fucking podcast. About this Nathaniel Ratcliffe, yes, and the Night Sweats.
Oh, yeah.
It's on a fucking Tuesday, though.
Jesus.
That's right. Oh, Blake says Nathaniel Ratcliffe. God, I want to go see him, but it's on a Tuesday, which means I'd have to take a Monday off.
And a Wednesday.
Just for travel.
Yeah.
And I can't even eat mushrooms. Oh, Candy's asking, who's fucking what today? Well, we got some fucking stories for you, let me tell you what. But the killer clown.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a gal?
It turned out to be, the guy's, here. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A clown came to Marlene Warren's door on a May morning in 1990, handed her carnations and balloons, and then shot her dead in front of her son.
In her face.
Yeah.
And a bullet. She gave her a bullet,
on Tuesday,
too.
Her husband's second wife finally pleaded guilty to being the killer, closing the case in strange even by Florida standards. Sheila Keen Warren, 59, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in a deal that will likely see her released from prison in no more than 2 years. Jesus.
2 years for shooting a gal in the face.
Yep, in front of her son, killing her dead. 2 years.
2 years.
Dressed like a fucking clown, I mean, this guy's he's got triple trauma going.
Like I said, there's a podcast out there,
Felonious Florida.
Felonious Florida, and this story was on it, and it's pretty in depth. And
they've been suspected, long suspected of being the shooter. Keenan Warren has been jailed, awaiting trial for first-degree murder since 2017. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's investigators said improvements in DNA technology proved that her hair found on the clown's getaway car came from her. Keenan Warren has insisted, however, that she is not the killer.
Candy says red balloons.
Yeah, 99 of them.
99 Luft balloons.
Luft balloons. Palm Beach County State Attorney Big Dave, said in a statement that the plea deal obtained a measure of justice for Marlene Warren and her son. No public notice was given for Tuesday's plea hearing in West Palm Beach, which otherwise would have drawn a throng of reporters and spectators.
A throng?
A throng.
That's more than 2?
Yeah, less than 100, I think. Instead, it was handled quietly during Circuit Judge Scott Susquar's lunch break. They did it on his fucking lunch break.
Carrie's carrying the balloons, so I need to watch out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Her attorney told the Associated Press in a phone interview that this was an incredible win for Miss Keenan Warren. I would say so.
2 years, though. That
2 years
doesn't sound like a fucking win.
It's a win for the gal who shot her. That's the Keenan Warren gal.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
I think
she's still insisting that she's not the killer.
You know, I wonder if they only gave her 2 years because there's so much shit going on in Florida that there ain't room for her.
They probably had one piece of evidence. And
no, they had a few. They had there was some hairs from the fucking wig. They had fucking receipts for the fucking clown rental suit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, listen to that podcast. It's pretty in-depth on this. If it's the same one, I'm pretty sure it is.
Her trial was set to start next month, and if convicted, she would have received a life sentence.
Oh, well, life sentence.
If she would have been convicted.
Yeah, well, next month.
She pled guilty, yeah. Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Maybe she needs to go inject some Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't have any stories up.
You don't have any stories up?
Tinsley says, hi. Hey, CEO of Happy Hour News Team. I hope we're doing a good job down here. We're going to bring you service with a smile. That's the name of the fucking episode tonight.
Service with a smile?
Yeah, because there was a story, not that one. It was about that Lyft driver, or no, that Uber Eats, who fucking dismembered that son of a bitch.
Yeah, we'll do that one. Let's see. I had it up here. That's not it.
Well, how about that one? Let's go back to that one. Afraid he was going to make me lunch. We were talking about coyotes earlier, if anybody else was paying attention. But coyote chases a woman in Mesa, Arizona. She's on a fucking Speedy Gonzalez wheelchair. A woman said she was chased by a coyote in Arizona on Wednesday while riding her motorized scooter home to her senior living facility. Candace Morrison said she was convinced the coyote would have attacked her if a bystander had not stepped in. I can barely see that. You gotta make it bigger so it works for me. Morrison said she was taking her daily stroll around it's not a stroll, she's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Around the neighborhood on her scooter when a man stopped his car next to her, telling her a coyote was chasing her about 8 feet behind. I said, what? And looked back and was like, oh my God, couldn't go fast enough. I think those scooters only go like fucking 4 or 5 miles an hour.
She said the scooter only travels 6 miles an hour.
6 miles an hour, and coyotes can run up to 40 miles an hour. I rolled into my facility and the concierge says, are you okay? And I started crying. I said, there's a coyote out there. I was afraid he was going to make me lunch. The man who warned Morrison was about the coyote, followed her home until she was able to get inside. He's a guardian angel because I was afraid. I think the car scared him. It came right up to our property. Well, thinking about these coyotes.
Yeah, these town coyotes, man.
They're in-town coyotes, and they don't give a fuck.
They're not afraid. Out here where we live, out in the fucking middle of no goddamn place, you can't get, coyote come anywhere near you if it sees you, if it smells you, if it hears you. They're just like invisible. They're like, the classic, what you think about a coyote,
Yeah.
Where's this at?
Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona. Yeah, they're coming right up into town.
Well, it's even...
Figured they'd go to the old folks' home where
they know better around here.
Yeah. They don't come around here.
We got to catch up on some comments. Candy says, Carrie and Shantae, have you followed the Letitia Stouch story in Colorado. I don't know. Send us a.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we did send you a T-shirt. Well, send us another story. We'll send you something else. And she says, and Sanchez, sorry, didn't mean to leave you out, buddy.
That's all right. That's okay.
And she says, hi, Tinsley, cutie patootie, and we got JB on the fucking
JB.
on the horn. Hey guys, how you doing, JB? Thanks for tuning in.
It's like fucking party tonight.
It is a party. But the thing is, we got like 5 people commenting, and it says only 2 people are watching. So I do not believe that watchometer.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, weird.
Some of them may be watching on YouTube or something.
It would still show.
Would it?
As a watch, yeah,
Okay.
as somebody's fucking.
Well, evidently it doesn't because
it doesn't.
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's not.
So this is why you need to get out there and shoot them fucking coyotes because
Yeah.
they. You know why we have so many?
Coyotes?
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's plenty of places for them to fucking hide.
no, because they ain't worth the shit, and
Oh yeah, people won't hunt them for food. or
people will
anything.
not. Well, they're not hunting them because you can't get money for the pelts or not much, and people aren't trapping them because it's more work than it's worth.
Right.
So that's why
Yeah,
we
'cause
are
you got to
getting
check them trap lines like every 3 or 4 days.
every day. You can have one the same day you put the fucking
Yeah, I
trap
know,
out.
but by law you have to change.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
check them
change 'em.
every X amount of hours.
Oh, JB wants a T-shirt. What size you wear, bro? Let us know. Send me a text. I was gonna say send me an email, but you got my number. I got a T-shirt ordered going out coming up tomorrow. So let's
was the
see.
name of that?
It's right. Some go on and off during and come back to comment. It doesn't show up people YouTube Premium if listening and not watching. So it could be kind of accurate. You know, they tune in and out, which is what I do throughout the whole fucking day. I tune in and out. Candy. Oh, JB says fat size. All right, we got fat size.
We got fat size. I'm wearing fat size right
You
now.
know, I looked at, I was going to wear my Happy Hour News Team sweatshirt tonight to match Fat Sanchez, but it is starting to peel so fucking bad.
Oh no.
And right next to it's my my Navy sweatshirt from when I was in the boot camp.
Right.
Fucking pristine.
That's because they didn't cure the ink properly.
Oh.
Because when they use that plastisol ink, and when they put it on, you got to put it through an oven. And if you don't do it right, the shit won't last.
Oh, shit, Candy needs a double XL. Hers shrunk, so her son has it, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Ross is tuning in. He says, got to make some Speedos. Well, here's what we can do, Ross. We can get you a pair of fucking yoga pants and just cut the legs off.
Yeah, and I'll wear them for a couple of days, and then there'll be a Happy Hour News Team mark just for you.
If we get, the yoga pants would make great fucking
Oh, yeah.
banana hammocks.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, Candy says, hi, Ross. And JB wants me to call him when he gets done. He'll find us a good T-shirt shop. And Ross says, God forgive me. Well, Ross, if we get this Speedo thing going, you got to be the first one to model, and we'll put it right here on Happy Hour News Team. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Say it, Sanchez.
That's all, folks.
No, say it.
Say what?
Say it.
Say what?
You know what?
I don't even know what the hell
what?
he's talking about.
You know what to say.
I need some more black velvet.
Ross says hello to Candy, and he says, deal. He'll do it. Right on. And Carrie says we need a logo right over the front. No, we don't. We just need the fucking the whiskey glass right underneath the pee hole.
The flap.
The flap. All right, you're looking up that Letitia.
Letitia Stouch.
Yeah, what's that going on?
I don't know. I haven't.
Charges stepson's death.
Yeah.
Oof. That's a bad stepmom.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll check it out. We'll look at it next week.
JB says it's a booty logo if he's ever saw one.
Yeah.
It is a booty logo, I'm guessing.
Which one?
Our Happy Hour News Team.
That would look good on some fat ass, wouldn't it?
Okay. What else? Okay, you look at that. Oh shit! I don't have stories up.
You don't have
Save
any
that
stories
one.
up.
Save that one.
Yeah, I will.
We'll get back to Letitia. Letitia, is she African American?
I'll check it out, and we'll.
This story is old.
Oh, this was just from the other day.
Yeah, but the thought process is old.
I know. Yeah. Well, it's stupid.
Well, this is what was brought up when we tried to legalize.
Well, yeah.
Goddamn
they bring
time.
it up in every state that they try to legalize. They try to say, well, what about those poor drug sniffing dogs?
What are we gonna do with them?
What are we gonna? Well, we spent a lot of money training them.
What's the headline on this one?
It says Republicans are worried legalizing weed will put police dogs out of work.
I was gonna say that's a tale old as time when it
Yeah.
comes to North Dakota legalization process.
There's no indication that any dogs are upset about it. They forgot to tell them that out of work is the fucking natural way for a dog to be.
Well, out of work is the natural way for anybody to be.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to fucking spend 8-10 hours of your day away from your family just to pay the government more than they deserve.
That's right. They forgot that unemployment is, in fact, the default for dogs.
Well, Carrie says that there's other drugs to smell for.
Yeah, but they train that. See, that's for years. That's been the thing. They smell pot. They could say, "I smell marijuana. We're going to search your car," and marijuana is legal. Then that no longer applies. So what they do is
train them to smell something else, or give them to somebody for a.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Send them to the Philippines for some,
Yeah, sell them to some other country. I'm sure there's still countries where it's illegal.
JB says he wish he only did 8 to 10s. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is most people don't, they work 8-10s, but then some of them work 12, 14, 16 hours a day because, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
what do you do, Sanchez?
What do I do? I do very little, if anything.
I know.
Very little, if anything.
So these...
and I do it all day long.
Okay. Every day.
Every day. Weekends included.
In
fact, I do
you
even
get
less
overtime?
on weekends.
You get overtime for that?
No, I don't get any overtime.
So we got Down syndrome Barbie,
Yeah,
huh?
Down syndrome Barbie.
Oh, fuck.
I'm kind of wondering why. Because she doesn't look that much different than regular Barbie, except she's a little shorter, and her eyes are just a little more,
Downy?
downy. Yeah. Hey guys.
Here, I'm going to pull up that because I see there's some audio. Let's see what this has to. Come on, play, you son of a bitch.
All right, you see the big pink Barbie sign, and we are back now with an exclusive reveal. All around us are the Barbie Fashionista dolls, the brand's most inclusive line. And this morning, we are unveiling the newest one, the first ever Barbie with Down syndrome. And here with me are the president and CEO of the National Down Syndrome Society, Candy Pickard, and Kayla McEwen. She is a spokesperson for NDSS. It is so great to have both of you with us.
Thank you for
I
having us.
don't know if I want to listen to this.
No, you don't.
We're going to do the big reveal in
She
a
don't
second,
look
but
like
Kayla,
she's got Down syndrome. She doesn't even have that big underbite,
I bet she sounds different, JB says. Well, here we go. I got a picture for you. I just fucking
Just manipulated.
We're going to
Yeah,
add
she looks
this.
like a regular Barbie.
No, she doesn't.
She does to me.
No, she looks downy.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't have that,
Well, you don't know how she sounds. Look at her.
Yeah, but she doesn't have that big underbite, where the jaw sticks way out.
How do you know? It's a frontal view. We could turn her to the side and she could be totally fucking.
Okay.
So they're promoting this Down syndrome Barbie because we know Sophia Giroux, she was that model with Downsies. So the new Barbie is part of the Barbie Fashionistas collection, the brand's most inclusive line. Barbie has previously launched dolls with hearing aids, vitiligo, prosthetic limbs, and wheelchairs, among others, to allow more children to see themselves represented in Barbie dolls, which is, not a bad thing. because kids need to get used to
having to live up to
seeing
an
it.
untenable, an impossible body.
Well,
body
even
form and shit.
even if some handicapped kids, well, why isn't? Yeah, Carrie says bigger face, and Ross says, I bet she loves John Cena.
Yo, Gina.
They do have more almond-shaped eyes, also. So yeah, it's good to have kids get used to seeing these things. Otherwise, they don't question them later.
Right, but it shouldn't just be Barbie. It should be more inclusive across the board.
Well, I don't think G.I. Joe's even made anymore.
No, but there's like others that they could have stuffies. How many kids have stuffies?
Stuffies. Oh, like stuffed animals?
Stuffed animals, yes. Little stuffed, people and stuff. Stuff. Well, like I don't know, like
you don't know.
A Down syndrome Paw Patrol character,
Well, what good would they be?
Well, at least they would have Down syndrome,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they couldn't fight crime and shit.
Well, neither can Barbie.
Well, she's not supposed to. She's just supposed to sit there and look like a fucking doll.
And look good, right?
Well, I don't know if this one looks very good.
Oh, looks like fucking Barbie to me.
Well, then you're...
Of course, I never played with Barbies.
Yeah, okay.
Or Kens.
Wonder what it looks like, huh?
Dolls.
Yeah.
It's my understanding they don't have anything to look at.
You wouldn't know, though.
You're right, I wouldn't.
Okay. But this guy, he knows what it looks like.
He knows what something looks like.
Well, about 500 different somethings.
Well,
he's got video.
Well, now these days, if it's upskirt, it still could be a guy, right?
Well,
it
could be a guy, girl. I was having this talk at work. We were talking about The Last of Us, and a couple of people just like, I couldn't watch that. It got all gay and shit. I'm like, you need to look past that and just watch the story.
The story, yeah. It was, I was, because...
Well, yeah, when they first kissed, I was like, okay.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see where this goes. And then they got to bed. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
Right, that's exactly where I was at.
And I was like, well, fuck it.
Yeah, but then I stuck with it. I thought, well, I'm going to watch it. And then it turned out to be just a really nice love story.
Yeah, I mean, depending,
you get past all the cocksucking and all that other stuff.
Well, you never saw any cocksucking.
No, but
it was implied.
It was implied, yeah.
But the thing is, for the times that they were in, they made it work.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but thing is I'm pretty sure they were gay
to begin with.
Yeah, from the get-go, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because she found those books in the truck.
Right.
The game magazines.
Yeah.
The
game magazines.
Oh, we got Tate, good evening, guys. Looking fancy. Fuck yeah. And JB saying, I wonder how hard the guy creating these toys is laughing having to mock these problems on toys. Yeah. Candy says, have a good night. Love y'all. Have a good night, Candy. But they were talking about this agenda, the gay agenda or the trans agenda being pushed on us. I'm like, well, what agenda? What agenda?
It's not an agenda.
Is there? Right. Is it? I think there is an agenda. I think there is, but it's not the one everybody thinks.
What agenda do you think?
I think it's, hey, we're here. We're not going fucking anywhere. We're not trying to push it. I'm like, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. They're not going to turn me gay or trans.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't give a shit if you want to be gay or trans. Do it. Fucking do it and be proud of it. And if you have a platform to fucking show it, do it. I don't care. That's their agenda is we're here. We are people.
I think when a lot of people complain about the gay agenda is that they feel like they're trying to ram it down, force it upon people.
Well, no, it's just
there.
It's just there, and it's always been there.
And it's not going away.
It's always been there.
It's always been there. Now we've come to a spot in our society where we can just say, hey, it's there. We're not going to.
Well, certain people can come to that spot.
We're not.
Other people are wasting.
Other people would still like to kill them.
Other people are wasting valuable fucking energy being pissed off at something that they ain't going to change.
Yeah, well, there's still people that would like to see them killed.
which is weird.
Yeah.
Because why would you want? I mean, just because of somebody else's values and beliefs.
Most of it's from a religious point of view, because it says in a book right next to where it says you can't eat like shellfish, it says that you can't be homosexual. But it's okay to eat shellfish.
JB says the stuff pressed on kids making it seem cool is definitely conflicting, especially having young kids. I see that. But I don't think they're telling them to be gay or trans. They're just saying, and I think it's really good to have kids experience it, because later on, if they see it, they're not going to
freak out.
They're not going to freak out. They're not going to really question it. They're going to be like, okay, those, they're just different. And they're probably, not going to get their asses kicked either, because you see a trans woman and you make fun of them or fucking start calling them out, there's a good chance that Shim is going to beat your ass.
Well, there is the thing about, making life-changing decisions at a young age that I'm not too comfortable with.
Well, that's totally different.
Yeah.
I mean, because the kids aren't making those decisions. It's,
right. It's
the parents or guardians or whoever. But I'm just saying, if a trans person came up to Tinsley or a gay or whoever, I wouldn't freak out.
No, you got to stay. You don't want to freak out. You want to stay calm, and you want to discuss it rationally, and you want to speak in truthful, dialogue.
Well, because I have gay friends.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with them around my kids.
Right.
I don't know any trans people because we live in a fucking frozen tundra.
Yeah.
But
frozen
if one were to come around and, talk to my kids, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Well, we've got, I don't know how, if any are still
I've been
around,
to a fucking gay pride festival. Remember that, Ross? We were down in Seattle. We went to the fucking parade and watched fucking roller skating penises and everything.
I lived in San Francisco for a while. Holy shit.
Well,
it's a gay pride festival every fucking day.
JB says, Chuck, are you talking about him? I don't think he watches the show much. Carrie says, kids pretend to be trans at school, but not at home. Do they?
Yeah,
Are they looking? I think that's just they're looking for attention.
I think the key is talk to your fucking kids,
Exactly.
Talk to them, tell them the truth, be honest with them. And
JB says, that's the stuff I've been seeing. And Ross, yes, sir. Right here. Yes, sir. It was a good time. Would have been a rough day to be a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, we were in Seattle during fucking Pride Week, and it didn't phase us one bit because we still did what we were going to do. We had a good fucking time. The fucking gays and lesbians didn't bother us. We went to a goddamn parade, had a great time. We didn't turn gay.
Right, yeah.
And we got drunk as fuck.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is gay people don't want you if you're not gay. They don't want to mess with you.
Yeah. They want other gay people.
And as far as the kids, acting up while they're at school, they're always going to act up in some way when they're out of your sight, because the peer pressure is there. But you talk to your kids and be honest with them and tell them, hey, this shit has repercussions. You can't just be going out there following that kind of, bullshit just because it's cool.
If we'll just reference back to our last video, don't do the fucking Benadryl challenge.
That's right. Yeah. Don't do any TikTok bullshit.
So, yeah. So back to this guy. But I was just, that was a little tangent, I guess. People are afraid of what isn't going to happen.
They're afraid of what they don't understand.
Yeah.
And they're afraid that if you allow people to go around and openly have affection, openly be affectionate with same-sex people or whatever, however, it's weird to you and they don't understand it and they think it's bad.
Well,
and they're afraid that it's somehow going to directly affect them.
Or influence their kids.
Or they're scared to say it's okay to be gay because, oh my God, what happens if one of your kids turns out to be gay? And I think a lot of people think that it's a choice, and I don't think it's a choice. I think you either are or you aren't.
Yeah. Well, I knew this kid, and we're still friends to this day, in junior high, they had transferred. I don't know where the hell they transferred from, but everybody knew he was gay before he even knew. He just had those tendencies.
You can tell, yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, when I was in
and he's, the thing is, nobody made fun of him because, all this was back in my day of school. Nobody cared. We told him, it was like, dude, everybody knows, nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Just be you, all right? So, yeah, that's my fucking 2 cents.
So, Disney World.
Yeah.
Employee charged with making over, Disney World employee.
This is in Florida, right?
Disney World's in Florida.
Yeah, not Disneyland.
Disneyland is in California. Well, the California Disneyland. Like now they don't call it Disneyland anymore. They call it California Disney.
Oh.
Because there's Disneyland in Japan. I think there's a couple of them in Europe somewhere.
So they can't have more than one land.
Well, it's like there's Disney.
So what is it called now?
There's Disney California, Disney, I think, France.
So they can't even sing that song. This land is your land.
It has nothing to do with
Disneyland
Disney.
is my land. Oh, that's a different song.
Yeah, that's a Woody Guthrie song.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Disney World employee charged with making over 500 upskirt videos.
On his phone?
Been charged with voyeurism after taking hundreds of upskirt videos of unsuspecting guests at Walt Disney World in Florida. The videos were taken over the span of several years. Maybe he had something in his shoe or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he had a camera.
Called to the Star Wars store at Disney's Hollywood Studios on March 31st after Jorge Diaz Vega, 26-year-old employee, was caught taking upskirt video of an 18-year-old woman. Diaz admitted he had been taking videos up the dresses and skirts of unknown females in the Disney World theme parks for approximately 6 years.
So where the fuck was he? Like under a staircase or just... Well, I don't get how this could happen unless you're like...
Oh, I haven't read that far into the story yet.
You never do.
I know. He admitted he'd been doing it for over 6 years. One of the officers wrote in an arrest report. The man was working at Don Ondar's lightsaber store when he was arrested.
He had a camera and a lightsaber.
During an interview, Diaz estimated he had over 500 videos on his phone and willingly showed some of them to officers, explaining that upskirt videos bring him sexual gratification and are difficult to find online. It's because when you put them online, somebody comes and arrests your ass.
Wow. JB just says, I bet he has a fun website.
Yeah.
Well, let's find it. What the fuck's this dude's name? I bet you it's...
I would say he doesn't have a website.
Well, not anymore, I suppose.
Doesn't he? Never. There's no.
It was just for his personal.
Yeah, it's just on his phone for him because he said you couldn't find him online. Diaz said taking videos was a guilty pleasure for him, and he admitted he gets sexual gratification from taking the videos. He later masturbates to them at his residence. He's been charged with 1 count of video voyeurism.
Just 1 count?
1 count.
With 500 videos, he's only been charged. Did only one person come forward or something? Or one person? How did he get caught?
I don't know.
Didn't it say it in the article?
It just says that...
I really don't listen when you talk, so you got to repeat it.
That's okay, because I don't pay attention when I read. Police were called after a 26-year-old employee was caught taking an
he was
video
caught.
of an 18-year-old woman. So here's the deal: there was all those other victims, but he did take pictures of their faces, so they don't know who they were.
JB says, "Imagine the storage issues if he used high def."
Yeah,
maybe he had one of those good, like a
big old
memory card.
Memory card, yeah.
What the hell? Extended
terabyte, yeah.
Terabyte. You can capture a lot of video on that.
So what do you think about these cattle mutilations?
Aliens,
they're
man.
coming again.
It's fucking aliens.
They've been around since 1967.
Well, aliens been around longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot longer. 6 cows in Texas found dead with their tongues cut out.
Maybe they were talking too much.
Yeah, 6 cows found
dead.
I
bet you it was a fucking neighbor who's tired of the mooing.
Yeah, but what they did, there was perfect incisions in their cheek, and they went in through their cheek and cut their tongues out. And there's no footprints, no vehicle tracks, nothing.
Aliens hover.
Yeah. Either that or they had them in a helicopter and they went and cut them all out, and then they dropped them all. Thump, thump, thump.
Well, there was a lot, when the previous cow mutilations, they were talking about when they had all the organs cut out and it was like a perfect fucking incision and this and that. Turns out when cows bloat and explode, it's like a perfect incision. They fucking just, it tears, but it's perfect. So they went in through the cheek.
Yeah, through the cheek. And then one had its asshole cut out and part of its...
had its asshole cut out?
Ranchers in Madison County first
Aliens are like, I'm taking this asshole home with me.
This asshole is mine, buddy. I get the asshole.
I want to probe this one over and over again.
Yeah. Ranchers in Madison County first reported a 6-year-old Longhorn Cross cow lying on her side, dead and mutilated, according to release from the Madison County Sheriff's Office.
Was it mutilated before it was dead, or was it dead then mutilated?
The cow's tongue was removed with no blood spill and a straight, clean cut with apparent precision.
Okay,
had been made to remove the hide around the cow's mouth on one side, according to the sheriff's office. While looking into the Longhorn Cross death, investigators learned of 5 other cows that were also found in a similarly.
Then the cow was already dead when the tongue came out.
Well, I'm sure.
Because you don't bleed.
I don't think you'd be able to hold a cow down.
No, you don't bleed
yeah, but there's still blood.
No, it settles. You don't bleed if you're cut when you're dead.
How long the cow was dead?
It doesn't matter. If you were to drop dead right now, Sanchez, all right?
Yeah.
I'm comparing you to a cow.
Right.
And I cut you, you would not bleed.
I would so.
No, you wouldn't.
Blood would come out. How many deer have you killed that were dead and you cut them open and they bled?
They don't bleed.
Everyone I've ever done bled.
Because your heart isn't pumping. How does it bleed? How does the blood come out?
Gravity.
Well, you're hanging the fucker upside down. No. Yeah, it's going to bleed.
Gravity will work when you're lying on your side. You don't have to be hung upside down. Not necessarily all the blood's going to come out, but blood will come out, even if it's dead. Now, if it's been dead for a week, it might not come out. Or if it's been dead for 6 hours, it might not come out.
I've been to an ambulance call where the guy had just fucking died, fell, hit his head, big old cut, no blood.
Well,
that's how biology works.
I know that I've shot many deer, and they were dead when I cut them open, and I had lots of blood.
Gravity, it spills out. It's not going to pump out.
No, of course it's not going to pump out. Nobody said it would pump out. I said gravity, right?
Yeah, you hang the fucker upside down. Yeah, it's going to fucking bleed.
Lay it on its side, it'll bleed.
Okay.
Yeah, it will.
Okay. You got a special deer then.
I got all my deer are special, buddy.
I know. Takes a special person to kill a special deer.
That's right. I'm special. Everybody. While looking into the Longhorn Cross death, investigators learned of 5 other cows that were also brutally slaughtered or killed. 2 of the cows, a circular cut had also been made, removing the anus and the external genitalia. This circular cut was made with the same precision as the cuts noted around the jaw lines of each cow.
That's the thing. It's the same as precision.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's some kind of tool, like a circular tool.
Well, they did a test on some of those cattle mutilations that they call, I don't know, I saw a documentary on it. I don't remember what it was called. But they left a cow out in the sun to bloat.
Right.
And decompose. And the asshole did shoot out. And it looked like, just like the other cattle mutilations, that it was cut precisely. But the thing is, the asshole is probably 3 feet away still. I don't know if this asshole has ever been found.
But yeah, see, they removed the anus and the external genitalia.
Yeah.
They removed it, took it home with them.
Or maybe fucking coyotes got it.
Yeah, I suppose. There were no signs of struggle or blood spill and no footprints or tire tracks in the area around any of the cows.
How about other animal tracks?
Well, animals tracks or footprints, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they weren't looking for other animal tracks. They were looking for human feet prints.
It doesn't say anything about animals.
Wow. They don't
Sheriff's
say
office
nothing
says-
about humans either, do they?
Sheriff's office says it is coordinating with other law enforcement agencies for information, noting multiple similar incidents in the U.S.
Carrie says laser beam.
Space lasers.
And she says you need a heart to pump it out.
I'm
There
not
needs-
talking about pumping.
You need pressure for fucking blood to come out.
All right. I don't want to
You
argue
do,
about it anymore.
because
I know,
you're wrong.
I know I'm right.
Because you're wrong.
Yeah. People don't tune in to hear us bicker.
Yeah, they do. Sounds like there's a hick problem there. I know they eat those parts. Yeah, I mean the tongue, yeah. Fucking people eat tongues, don't they?
Oh,
Like
yeah, I
cow
love
tongues.
Cow tongue is pretty good, yeah.
So they cut the fuck. I'd rather have a fucking ribeye or a fucking, brisket.
Yeah, cow tongue's good, though. If you cook it right, it makes nice sandwiches.
Well, I don't want a cow tongue. I want a ribeye or a brisket. No.
If you'd
Yeah.
eat it. If you didn't know what it was, you'd eat it and you'd think it was really good.
Yeah, I said the same thing about dog and cat
Yeah.
and goat.
Goat, I love goat. Even when I know what it is, I like it. Well, anyway, yeah, so we got cattle mutilations. So here, this black youth leader says he was mistakenly detained and escorted outside half naked by Los Angeles County deputies.
Was he a Florida half naked black youth?
He's Los Angeles.
And he's half naked?
Yeah, he was literally half naked. Junk was hanging out and everything.
So the bottom half naked.
Bottom half naked.
He was wearing
yeah.
a T-shirt.
They were in the neighborhood. I did read all this. They were in the neighborhood. That's why I don't have to look at it.
So
They were in the neighborhood.
every time there's an article that says naked, you read it.
Yeah, half naked.
Half naked youth.
Yeah, no, youth leader. So anyway, they had a report of a burglary in the neighborhood. So they went into this guy's business. Right, he's got some kind of a youth fellowship in the front.
Is this the guy that stayed at the business then?
Yeah, he had his apartment in the back.
And he actually stayed there just to see. I heard this on
No,
the
he
radio
lived
this
there.
morning. No, but he actually slept in the business that night for the next few nights.
He lived in the back of the business. He had an apartment in the back of
Okay.
the business. The business is in the front, and then his apartment was in the rear.
Okay, I heard this on the radio
So
this
yeah,
morning.
the cops came in, and they're looking around, and he was like, he got up and he went to go to the bathroom. Next thing he knows, he's facing down cops with guns and stuff, and they're all screaming at him. He's naked from the waist down.
The owner.
The owner, yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
lives there. It's his place. And they're like handcuffing him and taking him, and then they take him outside with his, he's freaking waving in the wind.
Still drip drying.
Still drip drying, yeah. And they put him in the back of a cruiser. And then they finally realize what they've done. So they, sorry, buddy, sorry. They put him back in. So then the police report said that he was temporarily detained inside his residence.
If I was him, I would have pissed all over that fucker.
Yeah, well, they're getting fucking sued so bad.
Wow. Well, talk about cops getting sued. Where the fuck's that no-knock warrant that went bad?
Oh, which one?
That one you had up. Well, right next to that, to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, this, it's they're lucky somebody didn't die in this one.
Well, fuck, man. I don't get, I do get it in a way how no-knock warrants could do good in a way, but police fuck up all the time.
Well, especially when they go to the wrong fucking house. I mean,
Right?
we allow these people to carry guns and point them at people. They can't even get the right fucking house.
They can't get the right address.
They can't get the right address.
So okay, say you were, I can't say if you were innocent. Just say you were you. All right, you're sleeping in your fucking hammock, and somebody just barges in your fucking house without announcing themselves.
I got the gun.
Exactly, and they shoot your ass, but they're at the wrong
They're at
house.
the wrong house.
Who the fuck's to blame?
Them.
Okay, are they going to get a fucking 6 months paid vacation, or are they going to actually be held accountable?
It varies from fucking state
It shouldn't,
to state.
though.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
Well, if they go to the wrong house, that is negligence. So if you can prove negligence,
You can't because you're dead.
yeah, but somebody can sue on your behalf.
Well, you don't know anybody.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you guys ain't gonna fucking do it.
Yeah. I don't want to get my feet dirty.
Yeah. I don't want to wait that long.
But this guy, Mario Land.
Elgar.
Yeah, he was sleeping when he first heard officers yelling at him inside his own apartment. Roswell police, if you're inside, make yourself known. That doesn't sound like a no-knock warrant.
Yeah, well, no, they don't have to knock to come in.
But they were yelling and
Yeah,
shouting.
they always yell and scream when they come in.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Our house got raided. There was no yelling and screaming.
When did your house get raided?
My apartment back when I was living in Dickinson.
Well, they were trying to sneak up on you.
Well, they found nothing.
Well, all of
Motherfuckers.
the like cops shows, like Cops.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
seen
because
that.
they're being filmed.
Yeah, they come in screaming.
And that was
hollering.
before body cam.
Yeah, well, they had Fox.
They had Fox fucking trailing behind him. What you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie says, damn, poor guy right there. We got a poor guy. No knock warrant. Fucking.
See, I think that no knock warrant should be the hardest fucking warrant to get. Because
Unless you're absolutely fucking positively video proof, fucking informant, fucking audio surveillance.
What's the crime?
I guess if
drugs?
it's drugs, I mean.
Drugs. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity to arrest somebody if you've got the intelligence that this person has drugs, is selling drugs, and you got some kind of evidence to back it up. All you got to do is park outside his house and wait for him to fucking walk out, right?
Yeah.
Bum rush him, gang rush him, and fucking take him down. Now you've got all the time in the world to go in that house and search it, right? You don't got to come sneaking in at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, and put everybody in that place in fucking jeopardy.
So who knows if,
along with your officers and everybody there.
Who knows if they have kids or if there's,
Right. Well, there's been several things where they throw one of those freaking concussion grenades in there, and if they threw that one in that kid's fucking crib. I mean, and they went, oh, my bad.
I'll take 6 months paid vacation.
We didn't know that there were kids in the house.
Oh, what kind of surveillance you doing?
Know much, did you?
What kind of surveillance you doing then? Yeah. So what happened with this guy? I can't read.
All right.
My contacts are fogging up.
They said if you're inside, make yourself known from behind a ballistic shield, pointing his gun down the hallway towards Melger's bedroom. According to police body-worn camera footage obtained by Investigate TV.
Is that highlighted? Of
No,
course
there's
not.
nothing highlighted here.
Yeah.
Unsure if he was dreaming, Melger woke up and walked to the bathroom. Roswell police, come to the sound of my voice. Just heard a door close, said the officer in the doorway. A backup officer said he heard a door close too. Melger was commanded in English and Spanish to put his hands up and walk towards the gun and flashlight that were pointed at his face. I was sleeping peacefully, and I don't know what happened, really, he said in Spanish. In an interview with Investigate TV, I imagine it was just a mix-up or something because I came out and was handcuffed without giving me an explanation or anything. Said they were looking for squatters.
So it was a random fucking...
No, it wasn't random because one of the cops worked for the fucking people that own the apartment building. And
wouldn't he do some kind of fucking investigative work?
He had a list of apartments to check.
And that dude was one of them?
No, he was one that was all paid up and everything was good.
They just got the wrong...
He just forgot to fucking take the list with him. And...
He forgot the list.
He forgot the list and forgot to tell the cops why that he worked for the place and what they really wanted the warrants for. Because what he was doing, he was using his authority as a cop and the power of the police department to go in and do work for the fucking property owners. On his job, for his job, he was going to get a bonus for it.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Somebody's getting sued today.
And fired.
And fired.
Yep. And they go away. One cop says, somebody's got a TV. It looks like somebody's living here. Is this place 100% supposed to be vacant?
I don't know. I forgot the list. I'm just going,
And then the detective, Charles Craig, says, well, about 90% sure. They still ordered Melger out of his own home at gunpoint and handcuffed his wrists.
Well, once you're past the point of no return, I mean, once you go into a fucker's house, you got to kind of act like you know what you're doing.
The list. Craig, who was the cop, had a list of apartments for the entire complex known as the rent roll, showing which units were supposed to be empty and which were fully paid on rent.
Well, he got rickrolled.
Melger's apartment was listed as fully paid at $1,374 a month.
A month.
So not only was he paying rent, he was paying fucking high dollar rent.
Jesus Christ.
But the rent roll was in the detective's car while they were handcuffing Melger at his apartment door.
JB says, hold on, they're shady cops.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
There's just, I don't know if these would be considered shady. I think they're just ignorant, fucking stupid, lazy cops. That
they're crooked cops because two of them were working for the fucking apartment complex.
So they should have known that guy lived there. If they were working for the apartment complex, they should have known that this apartment.
They had a list of people who.
Yeah, but it was forgotten in the car.
Yeah.
It was forgotten in the car.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, and then so of course this
Carrie says no job for you.
Check this in Roswell. They have to get permission to get like side work like that. But while they're doing it, they can wear their uniform. They can use their issued guns. They can use their issued fucking cars. They have the full fucking power of the police.
Just being a cop without being a cop.
Right, and being paid by somebody else. So it's totally rent a cop.
One more story, Sanchez.
All right. What do you want?
I don't know.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I don't want
you want to do that one?
Oh,
no,
here we go.
That's not a fucking closer.
You don't think so?
No. Yeah, that one's kind of.
Oh, here we go. Hawaii police. They don't get to have sex with prostitutes anymore. So evidently.
So you could.
Yeah, you could before. Evidently, right up until recently, if you were doing a prostitution investigation, you could go in and get the full fucking monkey going before you arrested the poor gal.
Which,
poor
you
guy,
know,
depending on who it was.
well, here's the thing. If you're an undercover cop and you're going into a fucking undercover rub and tug,
right.
Why would you want to leave the blue balls? Right? I mean,
it's just
in Hawaii, I could see the point. You're going into a fucking hut, grass skirts, this and that, fucking coconuts on their tits, coconuts on the tits, and you're going in there for a massage, and they fucking start doing the thing that you like to do the thing, and all of a sudden you can't do the thing, and you got to leave all pissed off and blue-balled.
There's something fundamentally unfair about it.
Yes.
Oh, no, unfair about arresting the prostitute after you fuck her. I mean.
Yeah, I kind of see your point.
There's something, yeah.
Well,
something not quite
did she
right
get
about
paid?
If she did, I don't think she gets to keep the money.
Well, she should be able to use it for fucking bail or a lawyer.
At least.
At least.
So police in
the fucking guy got his rocks off. You should be able to keep the money to fucking pay for your defense.
I would think so.
That's the.
Yeah. Police in the Aloha State signaled this week that they are willing to drop their objections to nixing a bizarre exemption to state law that allows officers to have sex with prostitutes in the course of an investigation.
One more comment here. From the last story, Carrie says, poor guy can't even sleep half naked anymore in his own home.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God he wasn't totally naked. Jeez.
Well, he'd be a Florida man.
Yeah. The law was put in place in the 1970s to protect police from prosecution after undercover prostitution stings. But
how? Okay, whoa. How? Now, brown cow. To protect police from undercover prostitution stings?
From being prosecuted in undercover prostitution.
Why would they be prosecuted?
For having, for
fornicating?
No, for paying for sex, because to solicit for solicitation, to solicit sex is a crime also. To go in and offer to pay somebody for sex is also a crime. So
to accept money for sex
is a crime.
Is also a crime.
Yeah, but to pay money for sex is a crime. All right?
So this
there's
is
two crimes in every prostitution.
So
every act of prostitution.
So they
there's
could
two crimes.
actually get prosecuted for actually paying for the
can't.
sex.
They can't, because there's a law in place
Now-
saying that they're immune to this law.
Well, how the fuck does that work?
Well, because they were saying
They're smart about it, huh?
It's not fair.
Wouldn't that
'cause
be-
We can't get enough evidence unless we actually fuck them. Oh, come on, Judge.
We can't fucking actually nail them for nailing us unless we pay for it.
Yeah, well, there's concerns that police may be abusing the exception and raping prostitutes, had advocates lobbying for a change. After heated debate over the necessity of the law made national news late last week, supporters of the exemption agreed to throw the towel in on Tuesday.
All right, Carrie's saying the owner should get jailed, not the prostitute. She's just doing it for the money to pay for nursing school.
Nursing school. Well, see, the thing
JB's chiming in, says, I don't know, around Toledo area, I'm pretty sure that most of prostitutes do it for the drug money.
Yeah. So
they could be all fucked up.
Is if they film it, it's not illegal.
No, that's porn.
That's he's making fucking art, man.
Well, the fact that
if he's not committing a crime,
they made a fucking law.
They made a law that said it was legal just for cops, so they could
just
fuck
for cops
just
to
so they could
fuck prostitutes
and not get in trouble.
So we're gonna bust
So
the prostitute.
Hawaii really is paradise.
We're gonna bust the prostitute,
Right.
but not the guy soliciting.
Soliciting, going in and entrapping the gal.
Oh, that's entrapment.
Yeah, it is. Well, I guess, see, here's...
Well, the definition of entrapment.
Having watched years and years of cops, and watching their prostitution stings, if the guy just stands there and the girl asks him if he wants sex, that's
she's soliciting.
She's soliciting, right?
But if she's an undercover asking,
and if she goes in undercover, she can't say that she wants to pay for sex.
He needs to ask.
What she can't ask is, or he or she can ask, what do I get?
Yeah, but you can't ask. You can't
say I want to pay you for sex.
Yeah, you can't have a dollar amount.
What they'll do is the cops will go in and say how much.
Yeah,
and then the gal will say, "Well, what do you want?
What do I get for $10?
That's exactly what they say. What can I get for this?
Anything you want. Anything.
Anything from here up.
All right. Thanks to you, everybody, for tuning in.
Right.
Happy Hour News Team.
And next week we'll do something about this Letitia Stouch.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And our buddy Ross and his band Rocket 38 has got some new music out there. I'm going to see if I can solicit him to let us use it in this next episode.
I think you're probably going to hook some onto the webpage anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll put it on the website. Check out Rocket 38's.
Yeah, well, I'll save that for next week.
What?
A bump for Greg Pex.
Oh, no, do it now.
Well, I don't have the links.
The info. All right. JB says, good show, guys. Thanks for tuning in, JB. Thanks for tuning in, Wifey Pants.
Thanks for tuning in,
she says, night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.